Hi everybody, it's Annette, and I'm trying to look as professional as I can with a Wayne's World poster on the wall. About 8 months ago, I started a project called Confessions of a Paper Hoarder, and it was semi-autobiographical. I tend to hoard a lot of things. Today is the day I for real actually promise, I swear, I will clean my room. I start a lot of projects, and I think, oh, this would be really good for a project someday, and then like 10 years later I'm still holding on to that scrap piece of paper, which actually I documented in the book. I want to say thank you to everybody that pledged so far. We've raised $650. That's a lot of money. I am really glad that people reached out and wanted to support that book. My goal, I think, was to sell 100 books, and I still want to do that. But I'm going to change directions a little bit. So just stay with me. There's still going to be hoarding stuff going on. Everybody loves hoarding, right? Yes. Come on, we all do it. We all have that one thing we just can't throw away. That's my old cell phone, by the way. And I'm recording this with my new cell phone. What is wrong with me? And the one thing I can't throw away this time is the idea that I really want to sell 100 books. But the only way for me to do that is if I'm to still be passionate about the project. And I've tried so hard with the Paper Hoarder book to make something that I can be passionate about. It was the first time I was trying to write something after my Carl Goes to College, which came out and did really well. It won an award at Fanshawe, and I didn't really know how to follow that up, and I thought I was doing that with the Paper Hoarder book. There's a lot of personal stuff going on during the making of the book. I switched programs at school. It was really hard for me to kind of accept that, hey, I'm not in the filmmaking program anymore. And I became really angry about it. It was my own personal choice to leave, but also there was a lot going against me at the time. Faculty wasn't really willing to adapt the program, and I was just tired. I've been at school, I've been at Fanshawe since 2010. This was supposed to be my last year. It is my last year, but I definitely thought I was going to be doing film all the time. And it ended up being, now I type all the time. I do accounting, and I was doing math and wasn't happy. And the Victoria character, the main character, was just coming off like really angry and like a horrible person, and I didn't even like Victoria, and you know why? Because I didn't like myself at that time. And Victoria was turning into this mean, nasty person, and I thought, if I don't like Victoria, how are other people gonna like Victoria? And I changed the story so many times and wasn't getting anywhere. So what am I rambling on and on about? Well, let's just say this. I'm still gonna make you a book. It's just not gonna be this one. That was actually a huge weight lifted off my shoulders just by telling you that. I've been feeling so bad, like, oh, I'm not working on this hoarder book and I have people's money, and what am I gonna do? But it's killing me right now. See, I still have a sense of humor. I still want to be creative. I still want to make you believe in me and spend your money wisely and give you something, the end result that you can hold on to and be proud to be a part of. And already, if you've pledged for me, you know you've played a big part in my life somehow. some way along the line. I know every single one of the people that have pledged personally. When I was in school last semester in September, I had one of the worst, if not the worst, semesters I've ever had. I was miserable every day. I was like Victoria, and it was coming across in the writing. It was very negative. I was so stressed out all the time. I was literally getting sick all the time. I would like throw up just at the drop of a hat if something smelled wrong. It didn't even have to do with school. It was just like I would get a sub from Subway, and I love Subway, and I would just be like, I know you didn't really want to see that, but I was really like sick. I couldn't get out of bed most of the time. I didn't want to get out of bed, and it was just terrible. And a lot of that, I think, comes from being in high school, and the minute you walk in the door, the guidance counselor and all those people tell you, you have to know right now what you want to do for the rest of your life. And I was never one of the people that made up my mind and got to that decision. I still don't know what's going to happen in April when I'm done here. I just kind of don't know. And it's not that I'm not smart. It's just, things just don't always come together the way you want. So how am I going to do that? I'm in this program I don't like. There's no time to film something. And you know what? Sometimes you have to make time for the things you want to do. So every day since January 1st, 2014, I have filmed something or photographed something every day. And I'm going to continue to do that all year long until the end of December. I'm going to have something that represents every day.
When I played back the January footage for the first time, I was really happy with how it turned out. I know that the timing is a little off with some of the footage and the music and how to read certain things, but I decided that I'm not going to go back and change them. I'm hoping that throughout this project, month to month, the quality improves. I also know from a film student standpoint, there are certain things in there that I'm not supposed to have. Like, I wasn't supposed to film Keith Urban, but come on, it's Keith Urban! And I'm not supposed to have things like my Wayne's World poster on the wall due to licensing issues, but it's going to go on YouTube when it's done. Not Sundance, although you never know. When I was watching it, and even when I was going through the month day to day, I thought, you know what, the only thing you know for sure about tomorrow is that you can't change what you did yesterday. So from an editing standpoint, it's not the best thing to do to leave in your mistakes, but you can't go back and change your mistakes from yesterday in real life. And that's what this film is about.
What I'm going to do, I still want to make a book. It's really important to me. I'm not a professional filmmaker. I obviously didn't finish my schooling for that. I'm using a crappy webcam right now. And so what I'm doing for you and for myself is I'm going to put together a book which will have stills from the film, and it'll have every single day.
And keep your arms around me forever.
And hopefully we'll make 100 books.
I want you to know that I'll try my utmost hardest to never let you go. And yeah, I love you so much, and I want you to know, because I'm in love with you, I'll never let you go.